Today on Urban Life, author, writer, Edward Fairley, assistant director of the Addicts Theater, Monty Ross, our spotlight artist, actress, model, Jaye, and our special guest artist, local movie director, Chris Abaya.
Hello, hello, hello. This is Jaye Taylor, actress, model, casting director. I do it all. And you're watching Urban Life TV.
Welcome to Urban Life, where we interview some of today's hottest artists, models, and local celebrities in the Hampton Roads area. I'm your host, Kim Fields, and we are here live with author Eddie Fairley. How are you doing today, Eddie?
Wonderful. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming on Urban Life as a guest.
I'm glad to be here.
Okay.
Appreciate you all having me.
And we're glad to have you. So, Eddie, let's get into a little bit of your personal life before we get into your book. Where are you originally from? Are you from the Hampton Roads area?
No, I was born in New Jersey, and actually I got here when I was about 8 years of age. So I'm pretty much from here now.
What brought you to this area?
Actually, I lived in Haiti a year prior to getting here, and I think my mom was running because that was coincidentally the year that my father got out of jail, which landed us here after getting from Haiti because that relationship with her then Haitian boyfriend didn't work out.
But it turned out to be a good thing, correct?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. When you shift your perspective and look at life, you can find good things in anything, yes.
So what do you do for a living now? Are you a professional writer?
Being as though I'm a published author, yes, but I work for the Virginia Pilot as an advertising executive. So I deal with small companies trying to figure out what the solutions to their issues are in regards to phone calls or people coming to their establishments or getting phone calls or having people go to their websites or Facebook or what have you. We're a multimedia company, so anything in regards to advertising, getting people awareness in regards to their company is what I do.
And also, you're trying to make us aware of relationships with your new book, Increasing Your Relationship IQ.
Most definitely, that's imperative. It's actually called The Handbook for Increasing Your Relationship IQ. The handbook being as though it's very small. As you can see, it's not a long or hard read. So just by the looks of it, you automatically say, well, I can finish something like that. So with that being said, even though it's small, it's very impactful, has a lot of information into it. It starts from the dating phase to and throughout the relationship phase and all the way through the marriage phase in regards to the things that cause issues in those different, I guess, phases in life, your dating, your relationship, and your marriage, things that we don't realize that we do. It kind of brings awareness to them so that we can prevent that from happening in the future.
Well, earlier, before we started the interview, I was actually looking through your book, and some of your chapters are very interesting, very interesting, like the one on stick to your grocery list. Is that about budgeting?
Oh, not at all. Actually, the fact that I did that on purpose, I named the titles different things. It either will cause you to say, well, what is he talking about? Or they want to prove me wrong. For instance, I have a chapter called The Less You Give, The More You Receive. So people read that thinking that I don't know what I'm talking about. But after they finish the chapter, they come to the realization that, oh, that makes sense. But the grocery list is just your list of values. The things that you want in a male or female that we tend to shy away from because we get to the point we as human beings, we say, okay, I want something or this is what I want in a male or female. And as time goes by, because we want things right now, we tend to say, okay, I have a grocery list is what I'm using as an analogy in the book. I have a grocery list of these characteristics or values that I want in a male or female. But as time goes by, we say, all right, he or she has 10 or 15 of the items in my grocery list, but maybe I'm asking for too much. No one's perfect. That's what we usually tell ourselves. Nobody's perfect. So we'll say, okay, he or she has 8 or 9 out of the 10 or 15, so maybe this is the one for me. No, it's not saying that someone's perfect. It's saying that that person is the perfect person for you. Because see, once you lack those few items in that grocery list, which in the book is considered the recipe to your happiness, once you take away those items, then those are the things that you're going to be arguing about or having problems with once you make it to the relationship status. So it's imperative that you continue to look, or i.e. go to the different grocery stores to get all the ingredients to your happiness before you take that trip from dating to a relationship.
Now, this grocery list, that really interested me. Is there any way we can like read a little bit about the grocery list in the book? Do you have anything that you can read to me about the grocery list? Like going to depth a little bit about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we about to hear a passage.
Okay.
This is exciting. Exclusive on Urban Life. Here we go.
It says, here are a couple of ways you can find out if the person you are dating matches your grocery list. One way is to ask situational questions that are aligned with the things on your grocery list. For example, if one of the items on your grocery list is to have a man that thinks of men and women as equals, ask how he feels about having a woman president. Another example, one of the ingredients of my grocery list is honesty. I aspired to have a woman who would be honest with me at all times, not just telling me the things to please me or make me happy. My reasons for this ingredient is I can't grow to become a better person if I'm surrounded by people who aren't honest enough to tell me the truth, even if it hurts, just because they want to make me happy. During my dating phase, I took a young lady out to dinner once. Right after we ordered our meals, I asked the young lady if she liked liver with onions and gravies. When I asked this question, I asked in a manner that made it seem as if I liked liver with onions and gravy. So she said yes, and I replied, I hate livers with onions and gravy. Guess what? She then countered with, I don't like it either. So I countered with calling the waiter, telling him that we were no longer interested in eating at their establishment, and took her home. This may seem harsh to you, but I despise phony people.
So for all you viewers out there who think, Eddie don't know what he's talking about, Eddie is actually married, correct?
I'm happily married. 7 years actually last week.
All right, congratulations. And this book, you told me earlier, is based on your marriage, correct?
Actually, my book is based on a lot of things. You'll see a lot of me in the book. Matter of fact, you wouldn't know that it was me because I use different names of characters, but I'm definitely in this book. My wife is definitely in this book, and the different examples come from life experiences and other people's experiences to test my theory.
I want to thank you for allowing us to interview on Urban Life. Everybody, please communicate and utilize your common sense. And you need to go get this book right here because I got 2 copies that I'm about to snatch up that he don't know about. But I want to thank you, Eddie, for appearing on Urban Life TV. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Just people who will inspire to have better relationships. That's it. And my lovely wife, Author Fairley. All right.
Thank you. Stay tuned for more interviews. Hello, and welcome to Urban Life TV, where we interviewed some of today's hottest artists, models, and local celebrities here in the Hampton Roads area. I'm your host, Kim Fields, and today we are here interviewing Mr. Monty Ross. I'm going to introduce Mr. Ross right quick. He was an executive producer for Spike Lee on a couple of his movies. Not even a couple, I would say maybe 6 or 7. Also, he worked with Martin Lawrence, Samuel L. Jackson, Jasmine Guy, and another, a few celebrities lineup. So we're going to hear a little bit from Monty. Monty, tell us about where you're from and what brought you to the Hampton Roads area.
My name is Monty Ross, as you said, and I'm really happy to be here in the Hampton Roads area.
Tell us a little bit about the program Behind the Lens.
Behind the Lens got started because Ms. Easley wanted to really focus on developing skills with young folks and give them an opportunity to make their movies. And I said, fine, no problem. So we have a very structured program. We have 2 excellent instructors in writing, Clyde Santana and Gail Davis. And husband and wife team, they come in, full force, full steam. Clyde is Mr. Energetic. Has a wonderful background. He's worked with the Negro Ensemble Company. He's been a muralist. I mean, he's just had a wide variety of experiences, and he brings that to the table. And when the young folks leave, they're more tired than he is, you know. I mean, they're just fully exhausted. And he gives of himself, and they really learn about filmmaking and writing a screenplay, which is the foundation for that. And then I take over, or one of our other instructors take over, and we get right into the nitty-gritty of actually making a film. And this year was our 2nd year of participating in the 48-hour film project. And this one was all about zombies and a family, a family that was attacked by zombies, and they used all the locations here at the Addicts Theater for that. And so I'm really proud of the group. I'm really proud. They did their own little soundtrack. They had 3 cameras going at the same time, and in 48 hours they turned around a 5-minute film. So I'm really happy to be here.
Okay. That's very interesting. Could you also tell us a little bit about your past experience working with Spike Lee? And because, you know, we interviewed the local celebrities in the Hampton Roads area, and we want them to know that, hey, if you can do it, anybody can do it.
Well, actually, that's how it got started. I was actually, Spike's thesis film, Joe's Bed-Stuy Barbershop, We Cut Heads, I was the lead actor in that, and that film won a Student Academy Award, which got us an agent and got us our introduction into Hollywood. But with the agent and everything, nothing really happened, and so we decided to make an independent film. That didn't happen that summer, and so we just like, look, this is going to happen. And so Spike went and wrote She's Gotta Have It. I said, man, I would stop acting to be your production supervisor, because I think we just going to make this happen, and as a team, you know, I think working together, we're going to make it work. And so with Ernest Dickerson as our cinematographer, and Ernest Dickerson at the same time was working on the film Crush Groove, which stars Sheila E., Run DMC, and others. So he knew how to really put together a feature film. And so when it came to She's Gotta Have It, he brought that experience with that, and we shot She's Gotta Have It in 12 days. So as a production supervisor on She's Gotta Have It, that launched our career. Spike began the editing process after we shot, and we went to the San Francisco Film Festival, got Island Pictures, and it wasn't distributed by a big company. It was distributed by a small company called Island Pictures, and it went on to gross nearly $7 million, which jump-started our career. After that, it was School Days, Do the Right Thing, Mo Better Blues, Jungle Fever, and in all of that, we always shot commercials, we shot music videos, we did work with Stevie Wonder, we worked with Anita Baker, Prince, you know, just a number of folks. And during that time, I got a chance to travel a lot. I was, you know, around the world in the Cannes Film Festival sometimes in Egypt, sometimes here, sometimes there. So for me, it was a kid from Omaha, Nebraska, you know, who goes to college in Atlanta and then winds up in New York working with Spike on a humbug. And I say that honestly because so many people always feel it can never be me. But you have to really believe. You just, I mean, at some point in the whole process, I think Spike and I were just really ignorant of the fact that we just didn't know and didn't care. You know, process with the form. I mean, you know, we had a structure. We knew what we wanted. But at the end of the day, you have to have blind faith, and you leap, and you go for it, and you have to just constantly believe and believe and believe. But now you have to back it up. You can't go out there and just believe, and then people look at your work and it's kind of scratch their head and go, well, not saying you should keep your day job, but your day job should certainly be in the mix somewhere. You know, I don't think you're quite ready to jump, that kind of thing. But with film school behind him and with the experiences that we had, and like I said, we had a great team.
Well, there you go, Urban Life viewers. Like I told you before, you never know who's going to stop by the Urban Life studio or who we may run into. We wasn't expecting to run into you tonight, but it's so great to meet you. Oh,
it's great to meet you. And when I'm in Norfolk, I hang out and watch Urban Life TV.
Take 2. Let's do that again. When you in Norfolk,
I hang out and I watch Urban Life TV.
All right, so Urban Life, stay tuned.
Welcome to Urban Spotlight. I'm your host, Tamara Andre. I'm here today with model, actress, casting director Jaye Taylor. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am from here, Virginia, originally from Danville, Virginia. Been here for a minute. My career started out in modeling about 9 years ago. Well, actually, you know, I started at the age of 12. My first gig was by accident, actually, for glamour shots, and then I did a Sears runway show, and that was like 12 or 13. I'm not sure. It was way back in the day. So, but I've been doing it consistently for about 8 or 9 years now. Started in modeling and went into, I've done it all pretty much. Anything that you could think of other than music.
Well, I guess it's safe for me to say that the acting part is your passion. You're more passionate about the acting now.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. That runs in my blood. It pumps my blood. It's like I live for it. And I've been like that for a long time. I started in modeling, of course, but modeling, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not what, you know, makes me go. Yeah, acting.
What is it about acting do you enjoy so much that gets your your blood pumping like that?
The idea of persuading strangers' emotions gives me tingles. Like, I don't know you, and you're sitting there, you're watching me, and I can do, just from by my actions, I can create an emotion in you that, you know, I can make you cry, I can make you smile, I can make you laugh, make you pissed off. And that right there is incredible. You know, I just love it. And acting, the going beyond yourself and becoming somebody else and bringing another person to life that doesn't even exist, that's awesome in my eyes. I just love it.
I also know that you're working on a movie. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. I just wrapped an independent film titled Incomplete. We just finished about a month ago. It was about a 5-month project. I play a character by the name of Kimberly Reed, who is a very successful woman, very driven, and has a wonderful husband. And she feels like her family won't be complete until she has a child. And she becomes kind of obsessed with the idea of having this child, to the point where everything reminds her of, everything can trigger an emotion. She's very emotional and very up and down. Like, one second she'd be laughing, the next second she'd be crying. She's very emotional. But yeah, she just goes through different things to, I mean, to the point where she's taking pregnancy tests every day. Like, that's how obsessed she is. And her emotional imbalance causes her to make wrong decisions with people in her life.
Anybody trying to get in the acting business, what advice would you give to them?
I would first tell them, do not think it happened overnight. It's no, of course, you know, it could happen. I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of passion. Because some of the things, mostly people see the glamour of it, and they don't see behind the scenes work and everything that you have to go through to keep it going. But it's that passion that keeps you going. So as long as that passion is there, and don't let outside influences come into the brain to, and believe in yourself and trust in yourself and trust in your talent, you can do it.
If your fans or anybody want to book you for a future project, future film, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, my email is Jaye Taylor, Jaye Taylor, 09@gmail.com. I handle everything myself, and that's how I kind of prefer it to be. I'm also on Facebook, of course, under Jaye Taylor, Jaye again, Taylor, and Twitter is J2Late, Jaye 2 spelled out T-O the Tay without an E, T-A-Y. So J to the Tay on Twitter.
I want to thank you so much for taking the time out today and do the show with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I've had fun.
I did too, and good luck with everything.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see. We'll see. Everything's going good, so.
Welcome to Urban Life TV, where we interview some of today's hottest artists, models, and local celebrities in the Hampton Roads area. I'm your host, Kim Fields, and today we're here with local celebrity Christopher Abaya. How are you today, Chris?
I'm great, thank you.
Thank you for allowing us to interview you.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your history. Are you from the Hampton Roads area, and where are you originally from?
Originally from right across the river there. I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm a videographer, filmmaker, writer, producer. And right now we just got a feature film deal going on, trying to get this Seven Cities movie jumping off.
So, Christopher, what inspired you to produce a movie about Seven Cities?
I love my area. You know, I love my home. I started out in the music industry, you know, pursuing a record deal, you know, hip hop. And that didn't pan out like, you know, we wanted, but I had always had that creative bug. You know, writing and producing and performing is all kind of all the same thing pretty much. So when that didn't work out, you know, you move on with life and you get a family, you get, you know, regular jobs and so on and so forth. But I never lost that passion to try and produce or create. So it kind of turned into, you know, transforming over from music to film. I'd always loved movies, so it kind of just was natural to turn into movies.
Well, I know you just said that you always love movies, so who inspired you? You have a favorite filmmaker or a favorite producer, anybody who inspired you?
Yeah, I mean, Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, Spike Lee. I mean, I could go on and talk to you for 15 minutes on favorite filmmakers, but definitely Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino rank right up there.
So, tell us a little bit about the movie Seven Cities.
Seven Cities, okay. Seven Cities is a murder mystery, kind of an urban drama, heavily about the local hip-hop scene, about, you know, about how a lot of these rap cats are still chasing record deals when some of them really shouldn't be. I mean, you know, there comes a time in your life where if things aren't working out, sometimes you got to know when to stop, when to quit, when to move on to something else. Very similar to what I did. You know, after a while, if you're not getting that record deal or whatever, diversify, you know, find other things that are in your, around your passion. So it tells the story of Tyson Calm Man Walker. He's an aspiring rap artist, and he's kind of over the hill, kind of past his prime a little bit. And he has to go searching for this master recording that he did several years early to find it to get this record deal. Well, the only problem is the only person who has access to these master recordings is a young DJ, a young producer who was caught up in the death of a police officer 10 years early. So Tyson has to find this guy to get his masters back in order to get a record deal, but this guy's almost unfindable because he's hiding out from the law. So that's basically what it's about.
So basically, is this movie based on something that happened to you in your life?
You know, when you write, at least when I write, when you write and create, you pull a lot from personal experiences, from your own experiences. You know, you watch other people, you see stuff going down, and you kind of just pull it all and you fictionalize it. But a lot of it comes from real experiences from myself and other people, definitely.
Who are you trying to reach? What demographic area are you trying to target in this movie? Who will be your viewers?
That's a really good question, Kim. I would say 30 to 40-year-old males. You know, I'm in that range, and I just miss the golden era of hip-hop. I miss the days of Slick Rick and Rakim and BDP and Public Enemy. So I think, you know, people who appreciate that era of hip-hop, I think will really dig it. But also, it's not just a hip-hop movie. I don't want people to think that I'm only doing this as a hip-hop movie, quote-unquote. It's a good murder mystery, and it's a good story. And if you appreciate a good story, I mean, I don't care if you're from a rock and roll background or if you're from a Mozart, if you know, whatever. I think it'll cross genres. You know, people will respect the movie. I mean, it's the story for being a well-written story and not just a hip-hop film.
So how do you plan on marketing your movie? Will this be an internet movie? Will it be in the theaters? Will you market it on DVD? How do you plan on going about that?
You did your research, Kim. We're trying to go straight to DVD. We're trying to get a distribution deal. Right now, we're producing the trailer for Seven Cities. I just locked down a cast last night I'm very, very, very proud of. So we're going to do a 2-minute promo investment trailer. We got the website up, we got the Facebook, we got every social media outlet you can imagine. And we're going to take some meetings with some investors, try and raise a certain dollar amount to try and do the feature film quality. Not just one of these, you know, YouTube videos that's straight to whatever. We trying to go, you know, if not global, at least nationwide. Straight to DVD is our goal.
Do you have any second thoughts, or do you feel like it's such a big project and it's, you know, maybe you took on or bit on too much, you know, more than you could chew?
All the time, every day. No, I mean, you know, a lot of creative people second guess themselves and have insecurities. They may not want to put that out there like that, but trust me, every creative person has insecurities. They wonder if they're doing the right thing all the time, really. But I've been blessed. I mean, genuinely blessed. I have a regular 9-to-5 that allows me to do what I love doing. I'm a working filmmaker. You see, I get paid to do this. I'm not just aspiring anymore. You know, I have a legitimate job shooting, you know, editing, producing, making movies. So I'm blessed in that aspect. So, you know, a lot of the great filmmakers will say, find another means of income while you make your passion projects. And that's so true. I don't have to depend on the movie to feed my family. You know what I mean? I feed my family and I make what I need to make in other means, but it's still part of the passion. It's still filmmaking. So I'm blessed in that aspect. And the movie is really just the icing on the cake. You know, if I can get to do that, I mean, that's the dream, you know. That's the dream that we all chase. We're, you know, all of us as entertainers and all of us, we chase this dream, and that's mine. But, you know, I'm not just putting all my eggs in one basket and just depending on that to survive or to live.
To say to the people in Hampton Roads to get them to come out, see the movie, support the movie, and let them know different projects. What would you like to say?
Please support the film and the filmmakers and the cast and crew by going to www.the7citiesmovie.com. You can catch us on Facebook /The 7 Cities Movie. Search me, Christopher Abaya. Like all of our pages. You know how it is. The social media these days. Like the Facebook page. Go to the website. Stay informed. Go to the blog, www.7citiesmovieblog.com, and just stay up with us. You know, friend us and like us and stay abreast of what's going on.
If you're an artist, model, and want to appear on Urban Life, give us a call at 951-544-3273. That is 951-544-3273. Or catch us on Facebook /Urban Life TV.
Thank you for watching Urban Life. Stay tuned. See you soon.